You might be in a season where you are looking to make a change and move into a new area, whether you're coming from out of Georgia into Atlanta, or if you're just looking for a new community to venture into. Well, regardless of where you land on the spectrum, today we're going to be talking about the top 3 best schools in Atlanta, in the metro Atlanta area. And not only are we going to be talking about the best schools, but we're also going to be talking about where I would personally live we're also going to be talking about where you can consider living as it pertains to those schools and the surrounding communities that are there. So let's go ahead and get into it. If you are new here, my name is Angelise. I am a child of God, a Christian real estate agent, and the founder of Living in Atlanta Real Estate. We started by God's grace in 2021, and we serve West Cobb, North Cobb, and North Fulton. And so if you ever want to make real estate super, super easy, we would love to have you and to support you with all things real estate. So let's go ahead and jump in. Now, I'm going to be sharing my screen so that we can kind of see all the same things together, and we're going to walk through this together. And it's going to be really, really good. So if we were to do a quick Google search to the best high schools in Atlanta, you'll be able to see that Gwinnett School, Alliance Academy, and Walton High School are the top 3 high schools that are notably recognized in the metro Atlanta area. Now, of course, the top these metrics and the way that they built out this list, they're based on graduation rates, college readiness, enrollment. They're based on a myriad of things, right? But we're going to be talking about the top 3 schools and where you can be potentially looking at to live if you are interested in having your children go to any of these schools, okay? So the first school that we're going to talk about is Gwinnett School, okay? Gwinnett School of Mathematics, Science, and Technology is located in Lawrenceville, which is on the east side of Atlanta. And so you can kind of go through and see some of these pictures here. I'm not going to click onto any of the kids' pictures, but this is what the school building looks like. This is a little bit of what the area looks like. So you can have that picture and purview in your mind. At the map, you can kind of see where we are on the map in terms of Gwinnett School of Mathematics and Science. So I'm just going to out here just a little bit so you can see where the school is in respect to Atlanta and where Atlanta is. So Atlanta, of course, is over here, and Gwinnett School of Mathematics and Science is just outside. It looks like just outside of that Lawrenceville perimeter there. But it is, in fact, in Lawrenceville proper in that city. And so some of the surrounding things that are around the school in terms of like a bigger landscape, this is where you have Lake Lanier. So you wouldn't be far from Lake Lanier. Alpharetta is right here as well as Johns Creek. So Alpharetta has some really great shopping, dining, restaurants, as well as Lawrenceville as well. Lawrenceville, I'm sure, has a lot to offer there as well. But if you ever want to kind of venture out, these are kind of some of the things that you'll be looking at. 85 is the highway that you would likely take into the city. If you lived in Lawrenceville, you could take 85 or this Highway 29 here to go ahead and go in there. And you're not far at all from Athens as well. So Athens is, maybe about an hour away from Lawrenceville, maybe about an hour and a half. And so you have that available as well. Again, we talked about Lake Lanier being up there as well. And so you'll be kind of close to all those things. If we zoom out even a little bit further, you wouldn't be far from Augusta and, some of the other closer traveling areas as well, like Charleston, Hilton Head, Savannah, Myrtle is over here as well. And so you'll be just slightly closer to all of those things. A lot of times, depending on where you live in Atlanta, it could take anywhere from 6 to 7 hours to get to Myrtle Beach, as an example, or to Charleston. But you might be just a tinch closer, just a little bit closer, just because you're on that east side. And of course, you have Greenville and Charlotte that wouldn't be far at all. Okay, so now let's get back into the school itself. So again, you can kind of see what's located the school, you have a Panera Bread, you got some, you got a Chick-fil-A there, you got some other items as well. Should it be that you ever needed just a quick meal or, quick groceries, things like that, you have those available there. Now, getting into some of the homes that are available around the school, I want to bring to your attention Henson Square. So Henson Square is a townhome community. This is a new construction property that is located in Lawrenceville. The builder is Taylor Morrison. And again, this is a townhome community that is located there. Now, I already did some research for you. Henson Square is about 15 minutes away from Gwinnett School. And so you would be able to, just be about 15 minutes away from the school. Be that, there's a need for you to get there quickly. There's a little lake back there on the property, as you can see, but beautiful new construction townhome community that is very close to the school. Beautiful interiors, again, all new construction, lots of natural light, very fresh, very acquainted with modern touches and things like that. So this is Henson Square. Now there is also a bus system that goes to to Gwinnett School as well. But it always is nice to be a little bit closer as well. Okay. So that is the first property that I would show you as it pertains to if you wanted your child to go to Gwinnett School for mathematics and science. Henson Square could be one of the potential properties that you consider as you are looking to move into that area. Okay. All right. Now, the next the next school that we're talking about is Alliance Academy for Innovation. Alliance Academy for Innovation is located in Cumming, Georgia. This is in North Georgia, so kind of closer to more of the mountains here. I didn't find a picture of the actual outside of the school, but you can kind of see what it looks like on the inside. Some of the activities that they have going on here, some of the general areas and landscapes that are surrounding the school. Oh, here we go. That looks like it's outside of the school as well. So you can kind of see what that looks like and have a good view there. Let's actually go into the street. Yeah, street view won't let us get into there, but you can kind of see, at least from the outside, what the building looks like. Okay. Now, as it pertains to the actual location of Alliance Academy, again, this is in Cumming. So this is in North Georgia. So this is where you kind of get into some of those mountainous areas. Of course, you have Coal Mountain here. There are a few other mountains. As it gets more green, this is more of the mountainous area, Dahlonega, Dawsonville, Jasper, Ball Ground. These are all very mountainous areas. And so let's see, Blue Ridge isn't too far from here as well. But nonetheless, you can kind of see in terms of the landscaping where you're at, you're kind of getting a little bit further out of the city. Atlanta is down here. And so Cumming is about, I would say, an hour and a half, depending on where you're going and which way you're taking. It's about an hour and a half from the city. And a lot of people like it that way, right? It's a lot quieter. There's a lot, and I shouldn't say quieter, but it's a lot more rural. There's a lot more farmland. There's a lot more, of nature. Again, mountains and all that kind of stuff there. In Cumming, you're very, very close to Lake Lanier. So previously we were down here in Lawrenceville, and I was talking about how you're close to Lake Lanier. Well, if you're in Cumming, you're pretty much on the lake. Okay. So you're very, very close to Lake Lanier. And so you have that available as well. Dawsonville has a very big outlet in Dawsonville that a lot of people travel to. So especially during back to school time, a lot of people travel up there to get the kids' shoes and all the things, or just to have a weekend getaway where you can just go to the outlets up there, kind of take some shopping and do all that fun stuff. You can do that up there as well. And then, of course, you have Dahlonega, downtown Dahlonega is nice. Helen is there as well. Tallulah Falls, you're not far from there. And then, of course, you just have overall all of the mountainous areas that are available to you. So in terms of just the general landscape, you have a lot to offer here in Cumming as well. And a lot of people do oftentimes travel down to Alpharetta from Cumming. So Alpharetta, again, is just a nice place for you to go to hang out, chill, do some shopping, things like that. if you want to, if you just wanted to get out of the vicinity of Cumming. Milton is nice as well. They have some very cute parks and things like that. So you wouldn't be far from there, but there's also a lot to offer in Cumming. Cumming is up and coming. And so there's a lot that is being developed and built in Cumming overall. And so downtown Cumming and Cumming City Center is I think you would find a lot to do there as well. All right. So one of the properties, if we're talking about where you would actually live, one of the properties that I would consider, or that I would have you consider, would be Cross Creek. Okay. Now, again, this is a new construction property that is incoming. And so, you can kind of see what those properties look like here. Now, these homes, I believe, are starting at $1 million. Just so you can have an idea of what the starting price point is. And so you're going to have those 2-story great rooms, beautiful exteriors. The primary suites are very luxurious and very open. Lots of natural light coming in, lots of space behind and in the backyard. And so this is one of the communities that I would have you consider is Creek incoming if you were considering going to Alliance Academy. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful homes, 5 bedrooms, 5 baths, 3-car garages, and that's just to start. Okay. A lot of the properties are averaging at about 34 to 3,500 square feet. And so you have that available for you as well. Cross Creek. Okay. So lots of opportunities and possibilities there that I would have you consider if you're wanting your child to go to Alliance Academy. Okay. Now, again, this property is about 15 minutes away from the school. So if you were to ever need to have your child, if you want to drop your child off or things of that sort, it's about 15 to 17 minutes away is what the GPS actually said, is 17 minutes on average. And so still, you're not very far away from the school if you ever need to hop over there for, something that needed to come up. Okay. All right. So now we're going to get into Walton High School. Okay. Walton High School is the 3rd high school on our list, and this is the number 3 school in the Metro Atlanta area. Again, we're going to, as we have always done, look at some of the pictures of the school so you can kind of see what the school looks like and have an understanding of all the things that are going on there. So these are just some of the pictures of the exterior of the school. This is Walton High School. All right. Now, to again put you on the map and kind of give you some ideas as to where you are when you're considering Walton. Walton is probably the closest to the city out of all 3 properties, or out of all 3 schools that we talked about. And so Walton is in Cobb County. It's a Cobb County school. And so, it's about 30 minutes from the city, and if that, and it's located in East Cobb. Okay. So this is kind of where you're at. Now, there's a lot to do in Cobb overall when it comes to entertainment. You're really close to Roswell, which Roswell has a historic district, and they have waterfalls. They have different parks. They have their downtown Roswell has a lot of shopping centers, has a lot of historic homes and shops and things like that. You're really close to Dunwoody and Sandy Springs. There's a lot of shopping there. Perimeter Mall is in Sandy Springs. There's a lot of new parks and new developments that are located in Sandy Springs as well. There's the avenues that are in East Cobb. Near the avenues, you have Trader Joe's. You have pretty much every store. You have Barnes and Noble. Every store that you could pretty much ever think about is near and around the East Cobb avenues. What else? Yeah, you have a lot of things to do. And then you also have, you're not from Kennesaw Mountain, which a lot of people go there for exercise and just for recreational purposes as well. Kennesaw Mountain has a lot of history as well, as it pertains to the war that took place actually at Kennesaw, or maybe the battle. I don't know if it was a war, but it was a battle that took place at Kennesaw, and that's, there's battlefield there. And then you also have Woodstock. Woodstock has some developing attractions and entertainment items as well in and around downtown Woodstock. So there's just a lot of things that are going on here. And if you're a baseball fan, you're not far away from the Battery. So the Battery will be located right here in the Vinings area, right at the conjunction of 285 where it meets 75. And so the Battery is right there, along with all the shops and all the restaurants that are in Smyrna and Vinings and Buckhead and all the things. So if you are considering to live in the Walton area, I pray that I'm not hyping it up too much, but you'd be close to a lot of things. There's a lot to do. There's a lot surrounding you, and there's a lot going on. All right. So now getting into a property that would be in and around, um, you know, Walton High School. I'm actually going to show you a property that is on the MLS that I found was absolutely beautiful as it pertains to the to that area, what's in District 4 Walton. And so here is a beautiful property that is listed for sale currently. And I'm going to leave all of the listing agent items and all the listing agent information in the description down below as well. This is a property that is in the Walton district. So you can have an idea and understanding of what is available in the area. This property is listed for sale, I believe, at 3.1 million. It's a detached property, beautiful landscaping, has a pool in the back, of course. Look at how huge that backyard is. Really, really close to amenities. And this property is also very close to Walton High School. It's about 15 minutes drive, which is what I looked up when I did the map driving. Okay. So that is it. Those are the properties those are the high schools that I wanted to put before you, as well as the respective properties that you can be considering potentially as you are looking to move into a new area, whether you are relocating from outside of Atlanta or just want to get a new space in a fresh environment. Those are some options that you can be considering. If you want to learn more about how you can make real estate super, super easy and not waste any more time, not go through all the frustrating hoops on, trying to find a home on your own or trying to sell a home on your own and trying to do all of those details while moving at the same time and going through all of those stressful items, we would love to support you. You can work with us by clicking the link down below. Again, we are from Living in Atlanta Real Estate. Again, that's Living in Atlanta Real Estate. My name is Angelise, and I am a Christian real estate agent that would love to serve you. Until next time, I will talk to you later and have a great day. Bye.